Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash, give honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim, to the elect that are scattered across the four corners of this earth, preaching the truth and faith and sincerity. I'm the bro Shema Allah from the GMS Houston camp. It's going to be a quick lesson, before I have to hit the camp later on. I just wanted to get something quick in, just on my spirit. See, basically on how that the Most High, He's going to deliver us from not bowing down to the system, to Esau's system, to the orders and the laws and the mandates that He gonna come down with in His end time, right? It's gonna be contrary to the will of the Most High, right? He's gonna put the spirit in certain elect men, and women, right, to not give in unto His plans. And with that, the Most High, He is going to deliver those that stand up and that endure unto the end, right? And that don't give up, right? That keep that faith, you see? And today I'm just going to be going into Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, so this is Daniel 3 and 14. It says, Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up. So you see that, hey, they was calling into question, like, hey, so I'm hearing that y'all ain't down with the program, that y'all ain't trying to get down with what I'm trying to establish. Right? So he asked for an answer. You see, they were before a king. Well, yeah, how should I say? He said, you shall be brought, roughly paraphrasing, right, before kings and rulers for my name's sake. It's gonna be the same thing. Right, Isaiah the 13th chapter speaks about going into the gates of the nobles. So they know that we are contrary to the system. It's like it speaks about in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. When it goes into Esau, basically saying that, hey, his ways and his fashion is contrary to us. It's basically saying that we look at him and his ways as an abomination. See, so you best believe some of us will be called into question as well. And it says, Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made well. But if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a fiery furnace. And who is that power that shall deliver you out of my hands? So he said, hey, if you don't do this, if you don't worship, you see, hey, this is gonna be the judgment. See, we're gonna throw you in the furnace, right? And that's it. It's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. This is what's gonna happen to you, right? So when you hear this music, you better fall down and worship the image that I have set up. See, so they was presented with death. So let's see what happens. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. So he said, hey, look, the God we serve, Yahweh, right, he gonna deliver us, right? He is able to deliver us from this. See? Say, so we don't gotta be afraid of nothing you talking about, right? The Most High, he's able to save us from you. Right? And this is the kind of mindset we're gonna have to go into in the times of Jacob's trouble, in the time when Esau comes for us. Hey, that the Most High can deliver. Isaiah 59 says that the Most High's hand is not shortened that he cannot save. Ain't no situation that that you'll be put in that the Lord can't save you, like you far out of his reach. Nah, nothing is impossible with the Lord. See? And the men of the Lord, they understood these things. It says, But if not, be known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship thy golden image which thou hast set up. So hey, he said, hey, even if he don't deliver us, we still not finna worship your image. Hey, so you can let that go, bro. You can let that go. It's not how this finna go down. You see? Basically, fuck you in your image. Do what you got. Hey, he's like, hey, do what you gotta do, bro. Hey, we is not bowing down to this. So their minds were set on obeying the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, being obedient to the Most High. It says, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than they want to be heat. So, hey, they was going to put this furnace up to the maximum level. Like, hey, he like, man, hey, heat that thing up. Because, hey, he was pissed off because he thought that fear was going to drive them to do what he wanted them to do. He wasn't expecting them to say that. So he was like, all right, bet. You know, that put a lot of fear and anger inside of his mind. So he tried to give them a harsh judgment, right? But, hey, man, he is not in a position to give those judgments or to try to, you know, he doesn't have authority over life and death. The Most High does. You see? All because of, and hey, keep in mind, all this is happening because they didn't want to worship an image, a serve an image. What did the Most High say in the book of Romans? Romans 11:4. But what said the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. And what's Baal? Baal is basically Satan. You see, hey, and what it says about Satan, Satan works through Esau Edom, right, as his physical counterpart. This man is Satan on earth. Look how he act. Look at the things that he's doing. That's Satan. Ain't no denying it. He can't even deny it. He know he wicked as fuck. Everybody knows this so-called white man wicked as fuck. Right? But we are the ones that is exposing this man on a whole nother level through the scriptures, right? Putting his identity back on him, whom he running from. You see? You saw Edom, the one that's destined for destruction, right? The son of perdition, the wicked, right? But the Most High, he reserved certain men that is not going to, he got an elect that is not going to worship this man, not going to worship his system, that's not going to fall down and worship, you know, this beast system, right? Now I'm going to get that Revelation 13:15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So, hey, this is Esau, you know, so-called beast system, this beast system, NATO and the EU, right? That's the beast. But that image goes back to Rome, hey, because this place is Rome all over again, right? And the image of Rome is living, right? Because this is Rome reincarnated. So he's gonna have people. He's gonna try to force people to bow down to this system, right? And if not, you're gonna be consequences. You're gonna be exiled of society. You ain't gonna be able to eat, drink, right? You ain't gonna be comfortable no more because this is his kingdom. Hey, he can shut off all that from you. But that's why we're gonna have the Most High to seek to, right? And the Most High, he will provide for us. But this is Daniel 3:20. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound in the midst of the burning fiery furnace. So, hey, they were thrown in the furnace, but the men that grabbed them up, they perished. The ones who put their hands on the men of the Lord, they died, right? It says these were mighty men. You see? And they perished. Hey, and the Most High did that. You see, hey, because the Most High, he's the one who says who lives and who dies, right? These were so-called mighty men, but they couldn't save themselves from the fire. But let's see what's gonna happen to the men of the Lord. It says, then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound in the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the son of the Most High. So he's like, hey, man, hey. He started asking questions like, Man, there's 4 people in there. Then we put 3 in there. Why is it 4 people walking around in there? Like, what the fuck is, what's going on? They said the form of it was like the son of the Most High. Hey, that was Yahushua. So Yahushua appeared, you see, to deliver these men for that, just for being obedient. You see? And those men, they didn't know what was going to happen. But, hey, they had faith. You see? You can read the prayer that these men prayed about in the Apocrypha. You see? And Yahushua just showed up. You see? Hey, and that's what he going to do in these times. Yahushua just going to pull up, man, and he going to protect us and save us if we build that number. See, can nobody stop Yahushua from protecting and delivering us? You see? The Most High will have his angels out here, man, showing out, delivering and destroying. So then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire. And the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors, being gathered together, saw these men upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was the hair of their head singed, neither was their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. So it was like, bro, they keep in mind that, hey, Nebuchadnezzar set the heat all the way up to the max level, and and these men were thrown in there. But when they came out, it was as if they had never even been in there. Hey, their clothes are still intact. You see, their hair, ain't none of their hair get burned off. Nothing, no damage, right? It says, ain't not even a smell of fire. Like, bro, damn, come on now, not even the smell. Like, it said the fire had no power over them. You see, so, hey, they were presented with death and brought into the situation. Hey, but it wasn't the will of the Most High for them to perish. So, hey, the way that he was trying to present death unto them, which was through fire, had no power over them. See, because the Most High wasn't with them. The Most High was going to deliver them from that. You see? For being obedient unto him, the Most High, he was going to magnify himself, magnify his name during that time right there. You see? And you're going to see it, that Nebuchadnezzar was praising the Most High. You see, hey, you can't touch these men unless I say so. What did Yahushua say unto Pilate? Hey, you ain't got no power over me unless my Father, give it unto you to do what you want to do unto me. Hey, basically that the power comes from the Most High. That's what he told Pilate. Like, bro, you can't do nothing to me unless he was given of the Most High. Hey, it's gonna be the same thing when Esau Edom. He cannot touch us if the Most High don't want us to be touched. No matter how fucking mad he get, no matter how angry he get, no matter what type of thoughts he had, no matter what type of plans he got. Hey, if the Most High don't want us to be touched, don't want us to be harmed or killed, it's not gonna fucking happen. And it says, then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, blessed be the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies, that they might not serve nor worship any god except their own God. Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language will speak anything amiss against the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other power that can deliver after this sort. It ain't none, right? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, hey, the Most High, Yahweh, is the only God that exists, right? These other nations, gods or idols, does not exist. They can't do nothing for them, and it will be found out in that day who the true living power is. So then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. Hey, so the Most High, hey, that whole thing was flipped around, because they were accused of not worshiping, the image, right? But now it was turned from, okay, you gonna get put to death for this. Now I'm praising you for the same thing I said I was gonna put you to death for, and now I'm praising your God. That same thing happened with Pharaoh. Hey, when they kicked us up out of Egypt, right after the Most High slayed all the firstborn, they said, hey man, like, y'all get up out of here, but hey, pray for me too, to your God. You see, hey, the Most High making an example out of everybody, right? But he says that he sent his angel, right? And Yahushua showed up. This is Matthew 28:19. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptize them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the world. So Yahweh Shah is always with us. You see, hey, makes you think that, hey, the angels can't pop up and deliver us in that time. It will be happening. Right? This scripture ain't just written for nothing right here. This is Psalm 34:7. The angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. You see, so hey, the angels are around us all the time. It's like Elisha had to open his servant's eyes to see the angels surrounding them. You see, hey, they always here. See, so an angel can intervene at any time. Right? Esau coming trying to do what he want to do, whatever. Hey, the Most High can shut that shit down. And also you got to remember too that a standard will be lifted up, right? So all you got to do is be faithful, strive for the truth unto death. All right, so what it say? And the Lord shall fight for thee. The Lord got us. See, hey, so that's the lesson, man. You know, I'm short on time right now, so I'm just gonna end it right there. Hope brothers are edified. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.